Yes, guys, and welcome back to another live Arsenal transfer news update show. I thought I'd bring one of these back. Just going to be going through the latest transfer news around Arsenal. Going to be diving into the latest today, talking about Thomas Partey. He is injured, as we know, people, most likely until February, March, and we definitely do need replacements. So we're going to go through 3 replacements that have been realistic, that we've also been linked with as well, that we are going to discuss today. 3 replacements who could most likely replace Thomas Partey in the January transfer window. So, yeah, I thought I'd give you a quick stream today, people. Just going to talk through a few players today down below. Of course, I want to hear your opinions down below as always. Make sure you hit like buttons up. And the support's been mad recently as well. Thank you guys so much. We finally hit 5.5k likes as well. Subscribers. So yeah, thank you guys so much for that. We're literally halfway there to the big 6k subscriber mark. So I want to try and get 6k subscribers by Christmas if we can. That would be the Christmas present, people. But yeah, keep me a like buttons up, people, as always, and also leave your thoughts down below. Let's get started with this. Should we play the OG intro? I think we should. I think we have to go for it, man.
Welcome back, guys, to another Arsenal transfer news show.
Declan Rice has officially signed for Arsenal.
Plays in before the start of the season, if this deal gets done before the start.
Mate, what a vibe that intro is, man. That's just such a vibe in it. Anyway, let's get right into it. We're gonna kick things off. We're gonna start with the main story that's been going around. Arsenal's most sort of like main replacement, Douglas Luiz. We're going to start with Douglas Luiz. He has been linked with an Arsenal move, as always, because it's not the first time we talk about this player. I've spoken about this player so many times before. But yeah, it seems like we're gonna read through this. So yeah, Arsenal have secret weapon to help secure a major discount in 60 million Douglas Luiz transfer. Mikante has also been heavily linked with a transfer for Aston Villa central midfielder Douglas Luiz in the recent weeks. Also continues been linked with a January transfer for Aston Villa midfielder Douglas Luiz. The Gunners are short of options in the centre of the park, with Thomas Partey set to be sidelined for the remainder of 2023 after undergoing a procedure. Luiz is a name that has been consistently been mooted as a potential target for Mikel Arteta's side over the last couple of years. Transfer guru Fabrizio Romano has recently reported that the Brazilian international remains on the North London club's shortlist ahead of the winter window. It remains to be seen how much Unai Emery's men would want for Luiz, with the former striker Gabriel Moscardo claiming that he could be worth around 60 million last year. I don't think he's worth 60 million, I'll be honest with it. I don't think they will sell him for that much. Let's be honest with it. I swear he signed a new contract as well last year, but oh well. Anyway, speaking to Football Insider, Abongolo said, let's be honest, Douglas Luiz wanted to leave Aston Villa because Arsenal bid and the club didn't accept it. Douglas Luiz was in a great position as his contract was up in the summer, but I swear he signed a new contract. Sometimes contracts can hide what was really going on. In the summer, Luiz might go, but instead of 20 million, might be 50 or 60 million. The position he's in, he's laughing because he can get his wages up higher. I think it suits both the club and the player, to be honest. That is a steep fee intended for Arsenal, considering they splashed the excess of 200 million during the most recent summer window. But one way they could get Luiz's price down is by offering a player plus cash deal instead. Someone who could be in interest to Emery and Co is Howend Academy graduate Emil Smith-Rowe, who has made the Gunners' debut during the Spaniards' time at the Emirates Stadium. Villa have previously made a move for him before as well. Trying to sign a versatile midfielder a little over 2 years ago. He's a good footballer. I think everyone can see that. Former head coach Dean Smith said when he was asked about trying to sign Smith-Rowe back into 2021. Of course, Villa did want him quite a while ago, ages ago, didn't they? He decided to say Arsenal is a big football club in its own right. He's a good player, and we want good players at the football club. But since then, Smith-Rowe has fallen down the pecking order in North London, finding himself behind the likes of Kai Havertz, Martin Odegaard. Recently, a 23-year-old has started his first Premier League match in over 500 days, getting an assist against Sheffield United. However, he then picked up a knee injury that left him sidelined in the recent weeks. Another frustrating blow for the former RB Leipzig lone Lee, who plagued with several fitness issues over the last 2 seasons. So, Yeah, guys, what do you think about this then? What do you think about? Is anything else? No, I think that's it. Could we go and sign Douglas Luiz in the January transfer window? Now, firstly, let's talk about Douglas Luiz because I actually think he's a good player. I actually think Douglas Luiz is a decent player. I'll be real with it. I mean, what I've watched of him at Villa is he's one of their most key players. He's one of Villa's most important players. You can see how he suits Emery's system as well. He's, I said, one of the main players, one of the main guys. We had a chance to sign this player last 2 summers ago. Yeah, we had a chance to sign this player 2 summers ago when we signed Jesus that window for 20 million. We could have got this guy for 20 million. Literally like 2 years ago, 2 seasons ago, but we didn't. Now apparently he's worth 60 million. I just don't see that happening. Considering we splashed 65 on Guy Havertz, you really, especially January as well, are we really going to splash 60 million on Douglas Luiz? Don't get things twisted. I think he's a good player, Douglas Luiz, and I honestly wouldn't mind the signing. I really wouldn't mind the signing. Like there's obviously players I want instead of Douglas Luiz. But what we'll say is Douglas Luiz has that prem. Well, he's prem proven, number one. We've all seen this guy play in the Premier League for a few good years now. He's a decent footballer. And I do actually rate him, Douglas Luiz. But there's definitely many other players who I think we can get over this guy 100%. I think the main one that we should go splash the money on is Tchouaméni from Real Madrid, Zubamendi from Real Sociedad. Those two in particular, maybe Frankie de Jong, but that will never happen. That's just me being in my cuckoo head. So that will never happen. Frankie de Jong saying at Barcelona, but players like that, I reckon we have a good chance of signing Tchouaméni. I think that'd be a fantastic signing if we do. And he should be our main midfielder target. But look, this is for me the most realistic option. I do see. I mean, it would make sense this signing, wouldn't it? It definitely would. This is a type of Edu signing. He's Brazilian. It literally reminds me of how we signed Jorginho in January. It's a similar signing to this. Luiz has got that Prem experience. He's a decent player, Douglas Luiz, to be fair. He's a decent player, but I look at it, I think he's one of those who I reckon is more suited to just to be in the squad, really. Is he that guy? Is he going to take the midfield to the next level? Is he going to give us the same as Thomas Partey? No, he's not, in my opinion. That's what I will say. I don't think he will reach at the same heights as Thomas Partey will. And what he has done. I think I would prefer maybe Jorginho playing there. Yes, I would prefer Douglas Luiz in there and Declan Rice as like a pivot sort of thing, and then Odegaard in front of them. But what I will say is that we can 100% do better. We can do better for me. Now, talking about the swap deal as well, Smith Rowe for Douglas Luiz should not be happening as well, by the way. In my opinion, we should not be getting rid of Smith Rowe for a swap deal for Douglas Luiz. Like, I get, people saying, the price tag is going to be around 60 million. I don't think it is. Yeah, I don't think it is. But I do not want to see a swap deal, personally. Smith Rowe and Douglas Luiz, that's not going to happen. And I don't want it to happen as well. And it shouldn't happen. We should be keeping Smith Rowe. But yeah, honestly, I think this is a very realistic signing in January. I think this is the type of signing that Eddie would go, a player that he would go with. I'm sure, of course, but the thing is, we've wanted this guy for many, many years now. It's been going on every single window recently. We're talking about Douglas Luiz. Is it going to happen? And he signed a new contract, I'm pretty sure. Let me just quickly check. I swear he signed a new contract for Villa. Let me have a look. Douglas. I'll also check his age as well. But yeah, to be fair, he is having a good season at Villa, and he's been one of their key players. To be fair, yeah. So he's actually valued at 60 million as well on transfer market. He's still 25. I thought he was older than that personally. So he's still 25 years old. He's valued at 60 million. He's having a great season, to be fair. He can score a few goals as well, can't he, Douglas Luiz? He's played 12 matches this season in the Premier League, scored 5 goals already in the Premier League, got 1 assist, and also got a goal in the Conference League as well. As we know, is more of a CDM, but can score many goals when he wants to as well. Is But what I was going to check, I was going to check his contracts. How does it say his contract? How can I check that? Let me have a look. Contracts. Here we go. Expires. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Expires in 2026. He signed a new contract literally like in 2021. No, he signed a new contract in 2022, literally last year. So yeah, so he signed it. So obviously he's going to be worth. If you want to get him, Villa are going to overpay. Well, we might have to overpay to to sign him. I reckon it will be around 50 million if you really wanted Douglas Luiz. I reckon we can get it down to around 50 million if we did want someone like Douglas Luiz. But Douglas Luiz, for me, I think he's a good player. I do think I do rate the player. He can score goals. He's Prem proven. We've watched this guy for a few seasons now. He's really suited to the Premier League, and I think he'll be a good signing for us. And I think he could come in and do a very good job. But I do think there is players above Douglas Luiz, in my opinion, who we should really go all out and get. I just mentioned two a minute ago. Tchouaméni is the main guy. Go and get Tchouaméni. Go and get Tchouaméni because we need a world class midfielder. To actually replace Thomas, because we're talking about replacements for Thomas Partey. Jorginho is not a good replacement for Thomas Partey, is he? Douglas Luiz is not. I mean, he'll be good in, as I said, just as a squad player personally, but I don't think he is at the level Thomas Partey is. Tchouaméni is. Yeah, someone like Tchouaméni is at the level of Thomas Partey, if not a little bit better based on recent seasons. So yeah, I like it. I'm looking more at the bigger picture. I'm like, yes, we need someone to go alongside Declan Rice. That would have been Thomas Partey. Yes, you can have Douglas Luiz alongside Declan Rice for the time being. But I'm looking at, I think, if we have three world-class sort of CDMs, then we'll be fine. If we have, Declan Rice, Partey when he comes back, and then Tchouaméni, that's our midfield set. That is honestly our midfield set, isn't it? You have Odegaard in front of them. You have Smith as a backup. Or I don't know if he will settle that, but yeah, that is honestly the midfield set. And then we focus on, the striker. But Douglas Luiz and me, I would take him. Yeah, I actually would take Douglas Luiz. I do think I do rate the player. I do think it'll be a good signing. I think it's a very realistic signing as well. But what my issue is, I think there's other players out there that we can go and get, as always is. But if the worst comes to worst on deadline day and we don't get that, and we end up getting Douglas Luiz, I'm not going to complain. It'll remind me so much of when we signed Jorginho personally, because Jorginho came, Prem proven, won experience in the trophies he's won as well. It reminded me a lot of when we signed Jorginho, that type of signing. And I think he'll do well at Arsenal. If we were to go all in for Douglas Luiz, I think he would do well for us. But I do think, is he the guy to take us to the Champions League level? To us to compete for the Premier League title? Probably not. If you're being real, is someone like Tchouaméni is? Yeah, he is. So yeah. Actually, to be fair, at least two other players I'm going to talk about. This guy is actually the best option. So what we're doing today, guys? These are the three. We're going to talk about three players. Yeah, we'll start with Douglas Luiz. Three main players, right? Now that we've been linked with recently to replace Thomas Partey, right? Because we know he's injured till February. So we've got Douglas Luiz is actually, my first choice out of the other two. Because the other two we're going to talk about right now, people. But let me quickly see what you guys are saying in the chat. Big up everyone in the chat as always. Well, we've only got two people tonight. Guys, there's 7 of you inside and we've only got... Come on, why is no one commenting today, people? Are you scared to comment? I'm just kidding. No, big up everyone watching, man. Big up everyone watching. We've got 5 of you in 7 of you now inside. Make sure you hit like buttons up. Leave your thoughts down below, people. But yeah, we've got Jordan's girlfriend in the chat. Good to see you, Jordan's girlfriend. Hope you're doing well. I hope Jordan's doing well as well. And honestly, I really wish him well. I'm gonna hopefully call him in after I finish this stream. I will call him in a minute and see how he's getting on. Yeah, because I know he's in a very bad place at the moment. I know he's been in hospital recently, obviously just today. So yeah, I'll definitely check up on him and make sure you keep me updated as well. Big up my man Rory in the chat as always, bro. Doing well. Do you have a straight Wait, do you have a straight jacket on? No, bro. I've got. This is just like a Nike. This is literally just like a Nike t-shirt, man. I've not. No, I've not. I've just got like a Nike t-shirt on. I don't know what it looks like on the camera though, but yeah. Rory says I wouldn't sell Partey, but we definitely need a replacement. So therefore, he isn't reliable. If we were to sign Douglas Luiz and now midfielder, now I'll be happy. But him on his own, I would rather have a one-legged Partey. There we go. There we go. Zubimendi. Yeah, this is a guy I definitely want to sign as well. This is a guy I want to. Yeah, this is one of my main choices as well. If you can't get to Zubimendi, you can't get Zubimendi, man. That's another one who I'm pretty big admirer of. I think he will do quality for us. This kid's having a breakout season. Well, he had a breakout season last season, to be fair, but he's been even better. This season for Real Sociedad, especially Champions League as well, because they're doing really well in the Champions League. He's been a big part of that as well. La Liga, they're currently like 7th, but yeah, he's still had a very good season. But yeah, Granit Xhaka getting back. I mean, he's smashing it, isn't he? He's smashing it at Leverkusen. They're top of the league. Under Xavi Alonso, he's been smashing it for them. So, but this is the thing, though. Like, in all seriousness, yeah, we can all joke about getting Xhaka back, but we actually, in parts, in my opinion, this season actually miss Granit Xhaka, and I can't believe I'm going to ever say this, but we actually do miss Granit Xhaka in some parts, in my opinion, this season. I mean, compare our creativity from the midfield. Last season compared to this season, it's a whole decline, in my opinion. Yeah, and what I noticed with Xhaka last season, the man was scoring goals. You saw him in the box every single fucking minute, pretty much. He's making forward runs. I've never seen the guy make so many forward runs in his Arsenal career last season. Yeah, and he scored quite a few goals as well last season, didn't he? And he probably got a few assists as well. But his creativity alongside Partey, that was one of the main reasons why we played so well last season. Is because of Xhaka. And I was one of those, and I said, yeah, he had to go, Granit Xhaka. I think he had to go. I think it was his perfect time to leave, in my opinion. He had a fantastic season. I think that was a great way to end off. He's been here for 2017. I was one of those who said, yeah, it's time to move on now. We're going to bring on Declan Rice. We're going to get Partey alongside him. Is Xhaka really going to fit in anymore? But honestly, now Partey's injured. Right now, I look at it and I think, well, Partey's injured. We've got Declan Rice, our main guy, but then we've got Havertz or Jorginho or El Neni. So, yeah. 56, big up to you as always, my man. We need a striker more. I do agree, actually. Yeah, I do agree. I just think we this is the thing, though. I look at it and I think, if we want to act like a fucking big club, sorry for my language, if we want to go and win the Premier League title this season, yeah, if we want to go and challenge for compete big in the Champions League, yeah, then you have to go and get both positions rectified. Both positions. Spend the money once again, even though we spent 700 million and we're having this issue. Go and spend more money then. Spend more money and get 2 of these main positions. And I can argue, I can sit there, we need a third position. That is another right winner for Saka. I don't think that's our main priority, but I think our main priority is a striker. But now we also need to go and get another midfielder. So if we want to be a big club, yeah, and I know it's going to be a hard task because it's January, yeah. Not many, you don't really see all the big clubs do that much activity in the window. But we have done it in the past. We signed a Bamyan in January, didn't we? We splashed a cash for a striker, and we got a Bamyan in 2018 when we were there at Lacazette. So it can be done. But if we really want to act like a big football club, yeah, then you have to go in this January window and get not only a world-class midfielder, but also a world-class striker. It's got to be done. And then I'll confidently sit there and with chest as well. I'll confidently sit there with chest and say, yeah, we fucking mean business this season. Yeah, so I do agree, though. I think that has always been the main priority. I think you look at the squad now, and you think, you look at our first team, you think, yeah, new striker, should be done. Jesus is injured. We got Eddie Nketiah, not good enough. Someone like Ivan Toney is. So yeah. We are going to move on though, guys. Big up to Luke in the chat. I want Zubimendi. So do I. Has anyone in the chat wonder why I haven't done any live shows? Douglas Luiz is shit. I don't think he's shit. I don't think Douglas Luiz is shit. I think he's a good player, but I think there's better. That's what I'm saying. I think there's better than Douglas Luiz. 100% there is better, but it would be a realistic signing. It's something I would expect us to make. Just knowing us, really. Douglas Luiz not for me. I would sign Zubimendi and Ivan Toney. So would I. Do we trust Edu to prove to me? Well, we're gonna have to, innit? And if he gets it wrong, then we know what happens. Anyway, let's get into the next midfielder. We're gonna be talking about. So Douglas Luiz is done, people. Let's move on now. We're gonna talk about the Brazilian wonder kids. Yes, Edu loves his Brazilian targets, doesn't he? And here's another one to talk about today, people. We're talking about this guy called Gabriel Moscardo. Another Gabriel. Yeah? Gabriel Martinelli's not enough. Gabriel Magalhaes, Gabriel J. Gallardo. This has been linked with Arsenal, this player here. Arsenal Barcelona target Gabriel Moscardo reveals Chelsea have made him an offer. Chelsea have actually made an offer already for this guy. So Chelsea already leading a race to sign this Brazilian wonder kid. I'm pretty sure he's only 18. Let's find out, people. So yeah, Brazilian wonder kid Gabriel Moscardo claims Chelsea were keen on luring him to the Premier League in the summer. He's 18. The 18-year-old continues to be a standout star with Cornelius in his homeland. He's also a target for Arsenal and Barcelona. Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta is a keen admirer as he looks to bolster his midfield in January, while Barcelona also keeping a close eye. Chelsea, though, ran the roar of Moscardo during the summer transfer window, even tried to sign the Brazilian. It's been revealed. There was a proposal from Chelsea months ago, but I talk a lot with my agent and my parents, and they tried to give me as little information as possible. Moscardo, yeah, so he actually came out and said publicly that Chelsea were interested in him. They say there is not long until the end of the season. They tell me to dedicate myself and do well, and at the end of the season there will be good. There'll be good things. Moscardo has recently called up for the Brazil under-23 side. Has made 22 appearances for Cornelius so far since his debut in June. The player was quizzed further on Chelsea's approach after he sides 1-1 draw with Atletico Mineiro in midweek. My father knows a few things. He prefers not to tell me so as not to influence my head too much, to end up talking a bit. So talking a little bit of my focus here. He says, here your focus is on Cornelius. Of course, there's interest in various clubs. I've also heard about it. Shown interest in Chelsea a few months ago, but if you stop to think about where I'm going now, at the moment, it's not good. So it goes on to say, I want to help Cornelius now and get them out of this situation. I don't know. I think they're in a bad situation, but yeah. Let's wait to the end of the season. There's still a few games to go, and we'll see what we can do. Chelsea, under the ownership of Todd Bowley, have already drafted two Brazilians. David Washington and Andrew Santos from Santos and Vasco da Gama, respectively. So yeah, Chelsea seems to be the main club in the race to sign this Gabriel Moscardo player. Now, once again, this is one of these techie Brazilians. You know what I mean? This is one of Edu's Brazilian Revolution returns. 18 years of age as well. You know, he's a Brazilian wonder kid. I actually need to check where he can play as well. He is a midfielder, but I need to check if he's versatile and all that stuff. So we'll search him up on the transfer market. But yeah, he's 18 years old. He just had his breakout season as well at Cornelius. He got called up for the Brazilian under-23 squad. So yeah, let's type this geezer up. Yeah, he's I don't know why he's bald in this picture, but yeah, this is the same guy. He's valued at 1 million in value. You know, he's played 16 games this season, and he is a CDM. Well, he can play all three. He can play everywhere in the midfield pretty much. This player, he can play. You know, he's playing mostly positions. His main position is a CDM, but he can also play as a attacking midfielder as well. He can play in Odegaard's position. He can play in alongside Declan Rice as well. So this guy for me, I have no idea. I'm sorry, people. I don't know anything about this player. But what I will say is hopefully this guy is another Gabriel Martinelli. And he's not someone like Marquinhos, for example, some of the Brazilians that we signed before. Because we know Edu loves a Brazilian, especially when it comes to transfer windows, yeah? You know, we signed Gabriel Martinelli from the third division of Brazil, from like Ituano, and they got relegated to like the third division or something. Nobody, and I think he was 18 as well at the time. Nobody knew the kid. Yeah, everyone was like, what the fuck is this signing? He came in and he's one of our main players. So I'm not going to say anything. Yeah, I'm not going to say, I'm not going to say anything, right, about slagging this player off, saying, oh, he's not good enough, because I'm not seeing the player play myself. You know, I don't watch Brazilian league. I've never watched a game of course Nitius in my life. But what I will say is Edu's done it in the past where it's pulled off. Could this be another hidden gem? We hope so. You know what this reminds me of? Literally the exact same. We were linked with this Brazilian called Bitello, yeah, in the summer from Grêmio. And we all fall out. Everyone's saying that was a done deal. That deal was meant to be done in like next week, and then it never happened. You know, so look, honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if Edu does sign a Brazilian in the January window, as he seems to always like to do. But you know, what I will say is, we know this guy ain't gonna come in and you know, be our main starter. This guy's just a squad. I mean, if we get two midfielders, that's a bonus. I mean, we get this guy and an actual world-class midfielder, then fair enough. I'm not going to complain. Of course, if we only get this guy, then I'm going to be fuming. I can't lie, because we all know what we need. So yeah, look. I mean, this kid's only worth about 1 million at the moment. Well, I mean, we could probably get about 3 million euros. So I'll take him, but as long as we get an actual world-class midfielder, no disrespect to this kid, but if we actually get a world-class midfielder in as well on top of this player, then yeah, I'm not going to mind it. But yeah, Gabriel Moscardo, guys, Arsenal interested, Barcelona keeping an eye on the player, Chelsea have actually made an offer for him. They did make an offer for him in the summer. They're most likely going to go back in for an offer in January, so they seem to be the main club to look at. If Chelsea fans are watching this, you guys could be in the main driving seat to sign Gabriel Moscardo from Cornelius, however you say that name. But anyway, we can't get him in the winter. No, most likely not. But I'm saying, like, if we were to go and win the Premier League, if we were to be ambitious, and we should be getting them, in my opinion, both of them. Zubimendi, Ivan Toney, Chiesa, and I'll be happy. Have you seen Yodolchi? He's injured. He is indeed injured. Why is Italy not calling up Spinazzola and Verratti? Because Verratti's retired, I'm pretty sure, and Spinazzola's injured again. So there we go. Yes, old school Gunner. Good to see you, man. Good to see you, my man. Absolute legends. Long time, bro. Hope you're keeping well, old school Gunner. I'm very well. I'm very well indeed, bro. Hope you're doing well as well, old school Gunner. I have Monday off. I have Monday week off work. If you want me to guess, yeah, sure, man. Yes, on the 20th of November. I'll be getting you on the channel, bro. Yes, I'll keep in touch with you, man. I'll keep in touch with you 100%. And we'll get you on the channel 100%, bro. Yes. So you got a whole week off, mate. Lucky you, bro. Lucky you. So yeah, I'll definitely be getting you on the channel. No worries at all. Anyway, let's move on, because I've got a podcast to because I'm literally back in half an hour as well, guys. You got me again in half an hour. Yeah. I've literally got to move on because I've got a podcast to do with a few guests as well. So yeah, right. Let's move on. We're going to talk about our final player. This guy again always pops up. Another one who always pops up on the radar. And I'm sure you guys. And to be fair, he is having a good season. This kid has so much potential back in the day, yeah, and he hasn't lived up to it, in my opinion. Here we go. This player here, Julian Brandt. Julian Brandt from Borussia Dortmund has also been linked with an Arsenal move in January. So yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts on Julian Brandt down below. But yeah, Arsenal keen on signing Borussia Dortmund star Julian Brandt in January. Let's go through this. So Arsenal interested in signing Brandt. However, they face competition from both Newcastle and Liverpool, both in for Julian Brandt. The German international is the best buddy of Arsenal player Kai Havertz. So is this why we're linked with him then? It's because him and Havertz are best buddies or something? According to the Athletic, he's also told the website in July that he regrets not joining the compatriot and the Reds manager Jurgen Klopp in 2017. So he was meant to join Liverpool in 2017, but he didn't. So who cares? I don't know sure about Iceland. I'm good. Liverpool signed Salah instead of Brandt at the time, but they're still interested in recruiting these services. Also looking to bolster their attack during the second half of the campaign, and it appears that manager Mikel Arteta is a fan of the 27-year-old. While he's primarily a left winger, he's primarily a left winner. He's more of a left winner, people. Like, but Brandt can also play centrally and on the right. He's versatile. His versatility will come in handy at a North London club. What's the keeper doing there, by the way? Did you see that? Did you see that on the screen? What the hell was the keeper doing there? That was when Arsenal beat Man City, wasn't it? Well, that's when the women's beat Man City. What was the goalkeeper doing there? Had an absolute nightmare. Let's continue. He scored 4 Bundesliga goals this season and has weighed in 4 assists in 11 games after ending last time with 9 goals and 8 assists. That's not too bad, to be fair. A move to the Premier League could finally appeal to Brandt after he opted to move to Dortmund from Bayer Leverkusen in 2019. But the club are unlikely to be willing to lose such a player midway through the campaign. Arsenal are in long-term admirers and will look to make another attempt to finally land their man, having shown interest ahead of the January. So yeah, we wanted this guy since 2021 window, to be fair. I actually remember making the exact same. Oh, you know what? I actually remember my first ever transfer video, was about Julian Brandt in the 2021 January. There we go. Recent injuries to Eddie Nketiah and Gabriel Jesus have left the Gunners thin in attack, and it is a position they need to bolster during the winter window. During the winter transfer window, to boost their chances of winning the Premier League title. They'll need to bring in a very tempting offer to the table to have a chance of luring Dortmund into doing business, given that the attacker signed an extension to his contract in June 2026 last summer. Other attacking the targets will also be on the radar, and adding quality goal scorers to that will also come in handy. Julian Brandt, then, people. I think this is a load of waffle, personally, and I don't think we will be signing Julian Brandt. I did not see this signing happening whatsoever. It's too little, too late, in my opinion. I mean, the best time to sign Julian Brandt was years ago, personally. 2021 in probably in the lockdown season in January. That would have been the perfect time to sign someone like Julian Brandt. I think he's a good player, though. I think this kid has so much potential. Like, this guy was hyped up so much a few years ago, and he hasn't really lived up to that potential. Let's be honest with it. Hasn't really lived up to the hype. He's still a very good player, though. He is still a very good player, but we're talking about Partey replacements right now. He's not a Partey replacement. That's not his position. This guy's more of an attacker. Do you know what I'm saying, guys? This guy's more of an attacker. Like, I get he's very versatile, which is probably why we're linked with him, because he's very versatile, and we all love the versatility, don't we? But let's have a look. I mean, I'm sure he's played everywhere in the midfield, Julian Brandt. But I swear he played on the right wing before. I swear he played on the left wing as well. This guy plays everywhere pretty much. So yeah, let me quickly do this. Let's have a look at this, people, quickly. Julian Brandt. Let's have a look at him then. So he's 27 now as well. He's getting older. He's getting a lot older. Julian Brandt is. I mean, he's obviously won a lot of trophies. He's valued he's currently valued at 40 million on transfer market. Yeah, obviously he made 11 appearances, 4 goals, 4 assists this season in the Bundesliga. Obviously, I watched the game when they played against Newcastle. He played really well in the game, to be fair. He obviously scored in the game, but he played really well. So yeah, I remember, he had a great game at Newcastle. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is not a Partey replacement, people. Yeah, this is a player. We're looking at this guy. Why are we looking at this guy in January? Because maybe he could be a good backup for Saka on the right wing. He's not. He played barely right wing. His main position is a, attacking midfielder. Yeah, that is Julian Brandt's main position, is playing as an attacking midfielder. Where Odegaard plays predominantly. So he's not a defensive midfielder. He can play left winger as well. I know he's played there quite a few times as well on the left-hand side. But we've got Martinelli there. We've got Trossard there. On the right-hand side, we do need another right winger personally. So I don't know. Is this guy going to come in as a backup right winger? I'm not entirely sure. Personally, I don't think he's coming in at all, people. I don't think he's going to come in at all to Arsenal. I think this is just an load of bollocks, to be honest. I don't see us. I mean, if you look at it, would I prefer him over Douglas Luiz? Well, no, because we need a Partey replacement desperately. So, probably not. But look, I think he's a good player. I do think he's a good player. But it's not going to happen. And we know this, this ship, how does the saying go? The ship sailed or whatever. This ship did sail a long time ago. Years ago, when we saw in lockdown, when the COVID happened, this is when we could have got Julian Brandt, and we never did. I literally remember making my first video on this first transfer video on Julian Brandt, and we never ever got this player. So, yeah, personally, I don't see us signing Julian Brandt at all. I think he's a good player, but I don't see it happening as simple as that. So yeah, that is that, guys. That is everyone we talk about today. Obviously, Douglas Luiz. I know you guys' thoughts on Douglas Luiz. He's the main target at the moment, by the way. He seems to be the main priority as going in as a Partey replacement. We also spoke about Gabriel Moscardo, that Brazilian wonder kid from Cornelius. We also spoke about Julian Brandt as well just now. I don't want any of them. I know who I want, and that is Tchouaméni from Real Madrid. That is who I want, guys. That is, I'm sure everyone's a big fan of Tchouaméni. But get Tchouaméni in 100%, or Martin Zubimendi. Whoever it's going to be, get one of those in, because we do need one ASAP. We do need a Thomas Partey replacement ASAP, and yeah, it's either going to be Douglas Luiz most likely. But I hope we actually go all out for Zubimendi, or if we go all out for someone like Tchouaméni, because I haven't seen a lot of links. I mean, we were linked with Tchouaméni literally like the back end of the summer window, but nothing really came out of it. It's just rumors, and he ended up saying at Real Madrid. But I don't think he's getting a lot of game time at Real Madrid. So I do think we do have a chance of maybe signing someone like Tchouaméni in January. Though I think it's unlikely. But as I said, guys, and I say it again, right? If we actually want to go and win this Premier League title this season, if we want to go and compete this season for the Champions League, go find the Champions League. If you want to go and win the Premier League title and you want to beat Man City, you're gonna have to go and spend big in January. Now, this January window is gonna be massive for us. Massive. I don't want the windows to be like, last January window, where we sort of missed out on Caicedo. Because honestly, I think if we would have got Caicedo in the January window, we would have won the league, 100%. Yeah, I think we would have won the league. So, if we would have got Caicedo, we would have won we would have won the Premier League in January. But yeah, so this is, I mean, we know as Arsenal fans what we need. Everyone has their preferences of who they prefer, of the different type of players, but we know we need a striker. That should be the main priority. New Year's Day, I will actually enjoy. I tell you what, enjoy New Year's, but after New Year's, I expect Edu to be getting to work. Well, he should have prepared already before it's even opened. I expect him to go to Brentford and to go and splash money and to talk to Brentford and say, we want Ivan Toney. We want Ivan Toney. How much for Toney? He go, welcome to us, Ivan Toney. If only it was that easy, if only it was that easy. But no, honestly, we that is a player we need is Ivan Toney. Yeah, we that is a striker we need is Ivan Toney, right? And then the midfielder wise, go and get Tuchemeni. It's not going to happen, but this is just this is my dream window is Ivan Toney and Tuchemeni. And then a backup winner for Saka. And then we're cooking. And then I'll sit there with chest and say, we're going to win the league. We're going to go find Champions League. Because honestly, that is what we need. Yeah, that is what we need. It's going to be a massive, massive window, guys. I'll be keeping you up to date every single day with daily uploads. In January, January is going to be a big, big month for the channel. Obviously, 2024 is there as well. So it's going to be a big mid-month for the channel. We're going to be doing at least 5 uploads a day. Maybe 2 live streams a day, 5 uploads a day. So it's going to be a lot of hard work in January, but I am looking forward to the challenge ahead, people. And that is pretty much it. So Douglas Luiz, guys, Julian Brandt, and Gabriel Moscardo. Let me know your thoughts on all those players down below. Let me know who you think Arsenal should sign as well. And we're getting out of it, people. So I could quick stop. Figure out everyone in the chat who joining today as well. As always, we're literally live in around 15 minutes time. We'll be live once again. So you literally got me again in 15 minutes, people. Don't go anywhere. But yeah, we're literally live again in 15 minutes. We're going to be doing the TG podcast. We're going to be, dissecting the Burnley result. Going, just looking over that game. We're going to talk about the injuries currently to do with Arsenal as well. We are in a bit of an injury crisis. I will probably touch on this again. Just a little 5-minute discussion. In my podcast, and we're going to talk about the standards as well for this season as well, and what we all expect and what we should be all expecting as Arsenal fans, this season. So yeah, it should be a very, very good one. We're gonna have it's just gonna be 3 people tonight, people. But yeah, you already see, literally 15 minutes time, guys. We'll be live once again. So I might as well put it in the chat for you people. So yeah, come over, people. Get yourselves ready. Make sure you hit like button on the podcast as well. So yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll literally put a link in the chat very quickly as well. So yeah, literally coming over 15 minutes time, people. We'll be live. If you guys want to hear more Arsenal discussion, because talk about the Burnley game, then click this link. Right. Click here. And I'll pin it to the chat as well, people. Right, so this link should hopefully... Right, let me test it out quickly. This link should hopefully take us over. Yes, there we go. So, yeah. You click the link, guys. Come over to the podcast. Hit the like button on the podcast as well. Greatly appreciated. And, that's that, guys. I'll literally see you in 15 minutes. Other content-wise, I know it's international break now. The most boring time literally in the world, isn't it, man? But I don't stop, people. Even when it's international break, should I have a break? No, it's not going to happen. Yeah, it's not going to happen. We're going to be here every single day. I will do lots of content throughout the international break, including the international break itself, by supporting the Italians. We've got 2 big games. We've got Macedonia and Ukraine coming up. So, yeah, I'll be doing a quiz as well, like an Arsenal quiz. If anyone's interested in that, you will want to take a part in that, and let me know. And I'll be doing that. There'll be, plenty of previews, a few watch-alongs this week as well. Match reactions, a few of those this week as well. a few of these sort of transfer news videos if anything else comes up. Quizzes will be out here as well. A brand new show will be starting as well. Stay tuned for that. That'll be hopefully starting on Thursday. That will be the first episode on Thursday, hopefully. If not Friday, it will be. So yeah, we've got so much to talk about. Yes, so much to go over. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, then I don't know what you guys are doing. And yeah, I'm getting out of here now, people. Take care, everyone. I'll see you in literally 15 minutes for the TG podcast. Thanks for tuning in today. I'll see you guys in literally around 15 minutes. Come on, the Gunners. We're out of here. Ciao. Laters, peeps.